This is a clip of my Anthony Trucks interview for the 2021 Tools for a Good Life Summit. Anthony Trucks is an ex-NFL player turned serial entrepreneur and shift and identity specialist. He is the leading expert in shifting, which is making a shift internally to elevate how you operate externally, which in turn changes your life. His system is called the Shift Method, and again, here is a little clip from his interview for the Tools for a Good Life Summit. You can pre-register for the 2021 Tools for a Good Life Summit at toolsforagoodlifesummit.com. Again, toolsforagoodlifesummit.com. Please enjoy the clip from Anthony Trucks. Imagine a conscious contact with God so strong that no matter what you are doing or not doing, that no matter what your kids are up to or not up to, and that whether you've got the person of your dreams or they're just not cooperating, that you are happy, content, and at peace. A space where everyone else's thoughts, attitudes, and actions are beautiful and exactly as they are supposed to be. Well, this is the space where I like to play. My name is Misha Z, and this is today's Bitch Slap. Join me as I shed light on the thoughts, actions, and attitudes that are causing you pain, and we train our minds to go to the capital S inner self, the joy that is waiting for us, the God within. Yeah, the striking part there was you only got to play in one preseason game and then you had an injury, or?
Well, my third year, I got hurt in my first preseason game. So my first year, second year, I was cut the first year, cut the second year. Third year, I was finally looking like I was about to make the team. And then I tore my shoulder and the season was over. So that was the first preseason game. So no, I played in games. It wasn't like I just was there for a year and out of there. But it's unfortunate, man. There's a lot of build up to that whole situation. But the NFL is an interesting beast. It's the highest level in the world. So, I mean, anytime you get to the highest level in the world for anything, I don't care if it's the highest level of the world for I don't know, kitten sock knitting. There's going to be crazy things that go on, because you got so many people involved. It's cutthroat. It's ruthless. It's demanding at levels that are beyond human typical logic. Because the typical human, I don't think that they, and it's not like saying people are better, right? But you're not typically in a race or in a competition to be the best in the world out of 7 billion people. You know what I'm saying? So you're not at that. So what you do, it's like the average human doesn't get the logic behind why would you subject yourself to so much difficulty and pain and anguish? Why would you do that? It doesn't make sense. And I'm like, it's right. It doesn't make sense that I would live a mediocre life. That is when I don't want to see what I'm fully capable of. It's a back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's not that anybody's right or wrong. It's just what's logic. And I don't think when people use that, well, it's not logical. No, it's not logical to your brain. And that's okay. Yeah. It's not logical that you would, I don't know, marry that person because they're a horrible person. It's just different things that are logic. And so I've got to the point of realizing in life, the beauty is the difference. What is good for me isn't good for everybody else. I'm not a good fit for everybody. And that's okay. That's completely okay. And if you can get to that point, it alleviates so much more stress and anxiety and just weirdness that happens in life.
So empowering. It's a very empowering.
Freeing,
place to be. Yeah, freeing. I love that. I was curious, did you have any glory moments, sort of those stadium, 50,000 people?
Did I?
Moments? Oh, yeah.
Man. How many do you want to know about?
Tell me a couple. Tell me. I want to know.
Here's a good one. Here's a good one. Okay. It's two. So these two are going to be Oregon ones because I had fun in Oregon. I had fun everywhere else, but Oregon was a good one. So there's one play where we're playing against Arizona State. They come to our house junior year, and I'm trying to find it. We're trying to ball, right? And what happens? It was a junior year. That's what it was. And they're at our house, and we got to beat them. We're trying to obviously make our way to get to another level and try to get some bowl game stuff going on. And they come to our house. And there's this one specific play to where if they line up a certain way, I blitz. And if they shift out of that, I don't blitz anymore because they have an extra person. Because if I blitzed, somebody's open, right? So we'd be screwed.
Yes.
It's like 3rd and 12 or something. And the ball is, they get up to the ball, they get lined up. I'm supposed to blitz. They move. I don't realize it. So I am supposed to cover, and in my head, I'm like, I'm going. I can see on the video my linebacker, the mic sitting next to me going, don't go. You could see his hand motion. But it's Austin Stadium. And Austin Stadium, it's one of the loudest in the country. You can't hear anything. So you got to know it. And I'm just dialed like, I'm going to get this D in court as my head's here. Yeah. And all of a sudden, like you can see me, the ball's hike, and I take off. Now, I don't know how this happened, but their right guard, who's the guy supposed to guard me, guard or tackle, completely misses me. Whatever it is. And the quarterback rolls out to me. And as he's rolling out, he barely gets like a step away. Yeah. I have to leave my feet. And if both my hands don't grab this man in midair and grab him like a carnival game, like we lose, I jump out. I'm in full Superman. I get one hand on his shoulder, one hand on his hip. I take him down and I celebrate, and the whole stadium just erupts. Turnover on downs, and we get the ball back. It was crazy. That was one of them. Another.
So first off, wait a minute. So that's on accident that happens.
After the play, if you look at the video, we have it after the play. I'm cheering. My linebacker guy comes up, grabs my helmet. You can see him yelling at me. You messed up, but you didn't mess up. Great job. Don't do that ever again. You know?
That's so good. Okay. Next one. Yeah.
Okay. And another one was we're playing against, so at my senior year, I'm balling against all the teams are playing. I ended up leading my senior year, the Pac-10 at the time, in sacks, tackles for loss, forced fumbles, and fumbles recovered. I was like 6th in total tackles, but I missed a game against USC to a high ankle sprain. But I was balling that year. Mm-hmm. And I was doing well. I had like 3 sacks against ASU, as a matter of fact, the next year at their place. So I'm feeling good about myself. And my coach, we're in a meeting one time. We're about to play Cal. Cal's coming up to Oregon. And I'm talking about how good I am. He's like, great job. He goes, hey, I don't want you to think you're the greatest. He says, you ain't the greatest until you go in there, you sack, you force a fumble, you recover the fumble, you pick it up and score a touchdown. Then you can start talking, right? So he says this and like he's serious but joking at the same time.
Of course.
So this is like early in the week. Now we come to the game. I was like the second or third quarter. I can't remember what it was. And they line me up and they give me a blitz. And I'm like, I'm going to go get this guy, right? And in my head, I'm not thinking about what he said earlier in the week. I'm just doing my thing. So I come around the bend and the running back goes to block me. Somehow he misses me completely. I sidestep him. He goes flying by. So I go up. The quarterback doesn't see me. Blindside. Sack him. Forced ball comes out, force the fumble. Fumbles on the ground. We both go to the ground. I recover the fumble. Now it's college football, so your knee is down. So I didn't score a touchdown. The whole crowd's erupted. Everybody's crazy. I'm excited. I come to the sideline. I'm high five. Hey man. I come to the coach. He looks me dead in my eyes and he goes, but you didn't score a touchdown. That was Don Pelham.
Ruthless Don.
Ruthless, dude. That's how he was. He was a hard-nosed dude, but
it's cold-blooded.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of weird ones like that. I got stuff in the NFL, high school. We got a whole bunch, but those are two.
That's beautiful. Ones. Yeah, and so when you hurt your shoulder and career's over, that's pretty deflating to go from those highs to those lows. Obviously,
very much so. Yeah, you got to go from being somebody to being nobody, at least in your head internally. Anytime a human being has put their heart into something, whether it's being a parent, a kid goes to college, leave the military, you leave sports, you lose a job, you leave a job, you sell a business. When you no longer can show up in the capacity of that role anymore, you lose a sense of yourself. And so for me, it was football, and I'd lost a sense of myself in that realm. And so, I definitely had a little downward spiral, we'll call it.
Yes. And then you were able to make it through a dark time, come out the other side. Yep. Have a pivot point where, hey, I think coming through that perhaps close to suicide moment. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately. Unfortunately. Yeah. It's a dark place to be. So you create a tool, which I'm staring at least the result of the tool. So now what's that?
Yeah, it's one of them for sure. I make a whole bunch of weird stuff now.
Cool.
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's a good tool you got right there. It's the slower go identity. It's a good grid right there.
Yeah, it's great. I just want to tell you that, as I said before we started recording, that you were very influential in me helping get the summit.
Nice.
Continuing, with the summit process, because I took your little. You go to anybody can do this. They can go to anthonytrucks.com and click on the "What's my identity type" button.
Easy.
And yeah, super easy. And the quiz, I was taking it like, yeah, we'll see. Honestly, I was like, yeah, what's this? And I took it and and man, it was right on the money, my friend. And I was
kind of weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. Turns out, I hate to admit it, but I will. I'm a dabbler, and so it helped me. One thing you have on the dabbler is to find little successes to help propel you forward, and to have a contingency plan for when you go into that dark spot, that shiny object.
Yeah, because dabblers are people who chase opportunity, but they shut down in opposition sometimes.
Yes.
So in order to push forward to be a doer, all you have to do is spend time doing more, which means you have to tackle the oppositions.
Yeah, perfect. Love it. So that moment helped me progress forward with my summit, because it's lots of inviting and potentials for rejection and stretching, right? So
I agree.
Thank you for that, Anthony.
Very welcome, man.
Yeah.
What's 4? Well, I made it 4, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So no, I was beautiful. So I'm going to get to the point here. So you're going to answer a question for me. I'm going to set up a scenario and why we're all here, and pre-register for the Tools for a Good Life Summit at toolsforagoodlifesummit.com. Again, toolsforagoodlifesummit.com, where you will hear the rest of the Anthony Trucks interview, which is truly amazing. The tricks, tips, and tools he gives for life will knock your socks off, plus many other speakers. Thank you for spending time with me today. As someone who is committed to growth and service to this world, I so appreciate your willingness to come with me, go within, and serve our world through change. If you found value in this podcast and you know someone who can use this message, share this episode with them. Share it so our mission can be achieved one episode at a time. And of course, subscribe so you can hear more. And lastly, for more resources on what has helped me on my journey and can help you on yours, go to belove.media/resources. That's BELOVE.media/resources. Thank you again for listening.